See that girl over there? Go talk to her. Oh, what? You're too scared? Well, I'm here to help. Here are the 3 easiest ways to approach a girl. Number 1, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? This is such a great one. The last guy that used this on me got a no in response, but went on to say, perfect, I'm Steve. And I just wanted to say hello. At that point, we were already off to the races. You can even approach a group of girls with this, because odds are you are interrupting something, but you can just smoothly enter that conversation. No need to start a new one. So innocent, so simple. Try it. Number 2, hi, how are you? Believe it or not, it really is that easy. My guys, you gotta stop overthinking your opener. No girl has ever been made weak by the first 4 words out of a man's mouth, except me at my first Bruno Mars concert.
Teach you how to cold approach in less than a minute. Walk over to a woman and say this. Hey there, I think we made eye contact. I'm John.
Teach you how to cold approach while I sit in an ice bath, because why not? Gentlemen, when you cold approach, I want you to remember 4 letters. ADHD. A stands for assumptive. D stands for direct, H stands for honest, and D stands for dominant. Let's start with assumptive. You're going to want to assume that a woman wants you to talk to her before you walk up to her. This isn't something you can fake, so if you don't feel confident, this is your first place to start improving. D stands for direct, which means no beating around the bush. Don't tell her that you want to hang out. Don't tell her that you want to go get coffee. Ask her out on a date and call it that. H stands for honest, which means if you walked up to her because you thought she was cute, then say it's because she was cute and not because you liked her shoes.
So are you gents curious if it's better to cold approach or wait to receive choosing signals from women? Well, that is exactly what we're discussing in today's video. This is Gentlemen and Scholars, where we discuss dating style and personal development. So if you're into becoming a better version of yourself, I would highly encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and do it. It's extremely important. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So for today's topic, what we're discussing is cold approach versus waiting to receive choosing signals. And really what I wanted to do is go through a comment that I received from a subscriber that really kind of puts this in perspective. He shares, his perspective, and I'll sort of respond with what I've seen and what I've seen across the board in terms of my experience and also the experience of others. So this is definitely something that I feel you gents will get a lot of value out of. So definitely sit back, relax, and let's jump into this. All right, so this comment reads as follows. I have gotten plenty of choosing signals from women, but they're usually from women that I don't find that attractive. Anyway, so I just randomly approach women that I find sexy. So what I want to say here is that there's nothing wrong with cold approaching women. I cold approach women, and I particularly do it if there's no opportunity for that woman to see me. Typically if I'm cold and approach a woman, this woman has to be, a 10 out of 10, stunning. She has to be someone that, I feel that I don't see every day. So she has to be a unicorn. She has to kind of stick out to me. And in cases like that, I will straight up cold approach a woman. No problem, no worries in doing that. But I will say that it is more comforting to have choosing signals because it's indicative of the fact that it goes both ways. And I would say if you're only receiving choosing signals from women that you really aren't that into, I would just, take my personal development seriously. So you should be doing things like going to the gym. You should be doing things like, making sure that your appearance is tight. Not saying that you have to, number one, look like The Rock or, be someone that's in designer brands or, any of that stuff. All I'm saying is that you want to make yourself presentable to the world. That way you're putting your best foot forward and, you're creating the conditions where women will send you choosing signals, where women will actually look at you. But if you're just kind of going out, you're looking kind of rough, you're not really taking your hygiene seriously, you're not really developing those healthy routines, making sure you have a hair care routine, skin care routine, you have a fitness routine, a fitness regimen. Those are things that are going to help you to get those choosing signals. And I know a lot of you guys are like, hey, I don't want a superficial woman. I don't want somebody that's only concerned with looks. I totally get it. Trust me, I understand. But that is the first thing that they see. So it's, one of the first things that they go off of. And, another thing to note as well is that when it comes to look, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason why a woman is attracted to you. It's just, they just find you attractive, right? So that plays into it as well. Oftentimes you're someone that may not be seen as attractive to, some other woman, but this particular woman, you absolutely do it for your, everything that she's looking for. So really there's no rhyme or reason when it comes to attraction. Oftentimes it's just, it is what it is. But, let's continue reading on. It says, I plenty much go at handling rejections. I'm pretty sure you meant pretty much go at handling rejections. I have also walked away or rejected women myself for bad behavior. I love that. A lot of you gents should get in the habit of that, being more selective about the people that you allow into your life. I've had plenty of cases where I've rejected drop dead gorgeous women. Women that I know, a lot of my acquaintances, a lot of my peers, a lot of my friends would be like, hey, yeah, I would have went after that. But, I'm just selective about the energy that I allow into my inner circle and also into your life. I mean, there can be a lot of implications with that. You hear about women setting up guys once they, find out where they live, so on and so forth. So you just want to be very cautious when it comes to that and, be very purposeful. With the people that you allow into your inner circle. So definitely something for you to consider as well, gents. Choosing signals is way too passive for me. And most of the time, choosing signals don't guarantee sex. Dating is always a numbers game. And you get sex or anything with women without some of them rejecting you. So that is the full comment. So to kind of give my 2 cents on that ending there, choosing signals is too passive for me most of the time. Choosing signals don't guarantee sex. Well, I mean, you could say the same thing for cold approaching too, right? So that doesn't, just because you got the number, and I know a lot of you guys glorify the number. Oh, I got the number, your friends, oh, did you get the number? That's not indicative of, you actually getting sex or getting on a date with that woman or anything. You just got the number. That means that she's open to the conversation, potentially. I mean, she could have just gave you the number just to kind of get you out of her hair in that moment, because a lot of women are concerned with rejecting a guy because they don't want the guy to fly off the handles. So many stories of that. So they rather just give you the number so you go away and then ghost you later on. So something that does happen. But, to this last part, dating is always a numbers game. And you get sex or anything with women without some of them rejecting you. I guess what he's getting at is, you have to get through the rejections to actually get to having that intimate relationship. So to that point, I would say that rejection is good. You want to develop that thick skin because it's going to help you in terms of your life. When it comes to doing anything, when it comes to business, when it comes to dating, when it comes to, anything that you're doing, you're going to encounter rejection. And if you're somebody that's easily deflated by rejection, and it comes in a variety of different ways, that is going to be disadvantageous for you, and it's going to hinder you when it comes to actually achieving your long-term goals. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars family, and consider checking out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for free resources, Gentlemen and Scholars merch, book recommendations, consultation services, and our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, where you'll learn personal development tips on how to build a successful life and become the gentleman of your dreams, style tips to develop an eye-catching, attractive, and unique personal avatar, and dating tips to attract, court, and keep the woman of your dreams. Visit the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for more. Now back to the video. A great thing about dating women, a great thing about approaching women is that often, you're faced with rejection, right? So you have to get comfortable with going through that process, and it can be for a variety of reasons. But once you've gotten to the place where you've made yourself a catch, or you've now been, out there, actually dating, actually implementing the tips that I speak about on this channel, you'll find yourself, with the influx of women that just want to hang out with you, people that just want to be around you, and you'll find that you'll often have to reject beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous women because you simply don't have enough space in your life to have them around. So, that's something that does occur. I really thought this was a great comment though, because it broke down, some truths here. But what I want to say to this, guys, choosing signals are great. It's really going to give you the best chance to court a woman and things go your way, and you not have to deal with rejection. And really the reason I brought or speak so highly about choosing signals is because a lot of gents, particularly the ones that are on this channel, they're struggling to even approach a woman in the first place. So that's a big thing for them. That's a big milestone for them. So, I want their first or initial experiences to be positive ones, right? So that's why we speak about choosing signals. That's why we speak about the examples and give, comprehensive signs, comprehensive stories to help you along in that journey, right? So if you're somebody that's struggling with that, I want you guys to have all the success in the world. And it really starts with just taking action. And yes, of course, you're gonna have to go through some no's to get to that one yes, and really start making progress. But you want to give yourself the best opportunity to do that. So choosing signals are great. It also is indicative of the fact that that woman also has interest for you. So you're not the one solely putting yourself out there. It's like, she gave you the signs, you read the signs, and then you went over and made that approach. So it's kind of like, you guys are meeting each other on that same playing field, as opposed to you cold approaching and then, you're just kind of putting yourself out there, and she hasn't really demonstrated anything that would say that she is interested or not interested. And some women, they won't really give out choosing signals like that. Some women are so beautiful that they get hit up all the time, so they feel, hey, I don't need to give out choosing signals, or they just simply have an attitude problem, so they won't give out choosing signals like that. I would say that most beautiful women, most gorgeous women, they still give choosing signals. It's just a little bit more subtle, and you might get a lot less than you would for somebody that's, maybe doesn't get as approached as much. So particularly if we're talking about the most gorgeous woman in the gym, she's gorgeous, she gets hits on all the time. And there are a lot of women out there like that. If you're thinking, hey, that doesn't really happen. No, there's women that are concerned with going outside because they know when they step outside, they're gonna get hit on. So women that are that gorgeous, that are that beautiful, they might not put themselves out there that much. So you have to read the signs very quickly and do something about it very quickly, because they already have their hands full. They already have a full phone or cell phone with a bunch of contact information of guys that they're talking to. So they're not really super concerned with it. So you have to, be able to read those signs quickly. Maybe she looks in your direction and you look at in her direction, she looks away really quickly, but then she comes right in your line of sight, but she doesn't stay there too long. She stays there for a couple of seconds and she's gone. So something like that, that was her putting herself out there, and she was like, he didn't do anything, so I'm not worried about it. So she goes on about her day, right? So definitely something for you guys to pay attention to. And again, it just comes down to getting out there, actually recognizing those patterns and being able to do something about it when you see those patterns. So really good comment from this gentleman, Ben256MB. So shout out to Ben256MB. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you do have any questions for me, definitely feel free to give a shout. My information's in the description down below. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. That's extremely important. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime we post. But also let me know in the comment section, what you guys think about this one. Do you go for, the choosing signals? Do you prefer cold approaching, or do you prefer online dating and you strictly just want to do online dating? Definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And before I forget, you guys want to check out the Gentleman and Scholars Ultimate Handbook. That's extremely important. It goes over crucial dating style and personal development tips to 10x your personal growth progress. So, you can get that completely for free, and you can get that on the Gentleman and Scholars Club website. That's gentlemanandscholarsclub.com. All you have to do is enter your name and email, and it downloads right then and there. But until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, hope you enjoyed the video. And check out the Gentlemen and Scholars Club website for our free Gentlemen and Scholars Ultimate Handbook, free resources, book recommendations, consultation services, and some pretty slick Gentlemen and Scholars merch. GNS hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, and so much more. Until next time, Gentlemen and Scholars. Hey gents, if you enjoyed this video, check out some bespoke video recommendations here and here. And subscribe to join the Gentlemen and Scholars Club.